What's good, guys? My name is Arnimane, and welcome to another gameplay commentary. I'm gonna tell you guys another little high school story. Probably like the most dickish thing I've ever done to anybody, especially someone who I at least once had feelings for. And and as for high school stories, this series isn't really back. It's just more or less I'm going to be telling you guys some high school stories whenever I remember them. Like there's a whole bunch of them. I know there's a whole bunch of them. I had them written down somewhere, but I can't remember where I put the list. I have to find it, or at least ask my friends, because I know there's a whole bunch of them, but like they all slip my memory. If that makes any sense. But anyways, if so, like I said, if I have any high school stories that come to mind, I'll sit down and record them for you guys, like I am going to do today. Now, like I said, this is probably the most dickish thing I've ever done in high school, and it was grade fucking 9 too. So my first year of high school, and it trumps all the other dick things that I've done throughout my 5 years of high school. Yeah, 5 years, because I did a victory lap. Sue me. But anyways, so I was dating this girl named Jen. Jen, okay, when I first met her, she was a phenomenal person. I thought she was great. She treated me pretty good, or pretty well rather, and we got along great. We didn't have any problem whatsoever throughout the relationship. However, there are a lot of things now that I look back at that I should have seen. Like things that I knew that if I looked back and saw that, or sorry, if I noticed it right away, I probably would not have dated her from the get go. And one of those things was, she had a thing for my brother first. Then she had a thing for J.M. Mackle, Crackle7. He's been on my channel a couple times. And then once they both shot her down, she came, hitting on me and stuff like that. And I'm sorry about my voice, guys. I am sick. That's why you haven't been seeing very many videos from me lately. But anyways, moving on. Like I said, I was pretty much like her last resort, I guess you could say. And I never really actually noticed it because I was like 16 or whatever, how old I was. And, it was my first relationship. And I guess more or less I was just eager to get in one, I guess. Because I before high school, I never really bothered with a relationship. I always ended up getting hurt anytime I tried to, find a girl. Or something gets started and I just get hurt. And to be honest, that stuff still happens today. But anyways, so like I said, I because I was young and naive, I kind of just went for it. I ignored all the flaws and things that I should have noticed, and I went into this relationship. And like I said, it was a great relationship at first, but it eventually got to the point where I guess she stopped caring about herself. She started like skipping classes, skipping things that she should be taking care of, like doctor appointments and glasses, or eye doctor appointment, dentist appointments, stuff like that. And she never wanted to do any of that. She was always just more or less wanted to hang out with me. So a lot of times she would skip class. Sometimes she would skip class with me. Sometimes, like when I say skip class with me, I mean like skip class to hang out with me on my lunch kind of thing. Like back in high school, for whatever grade 9, I had a second lunch. I didn't have a third period lunch or fourth period lunch like what most people have. I had a second period lunch. For the most part, I was alone during my lunch period because no one else had fucking second lunch like I did. But anyways, so a lot of the time she would skip her second period, or become late to school, miss first period, and come halfway through second period to sit down with me and have lunch or whatever, right? So, and this continued on for a while to the point where her grades got like really bad, to the point where her principal or her vice principal, I forget what, or her what do you call it, guidance oh my god, guidance teacher would call her down to the office and talk to her about it, and they're legitimately worried about it. And for me, when I was part dick, part too nice kind of guy. If that makes any sense to you guys. Like, I have no problem being a dick at times, but sometimes I feel real bad for people, and I feel sorry for them, and I try to be nice to them. But like, this is one of those problems where I was like, this is her problem, not mine. So I more or less did not care, and yeah, I guess it kind of is my fault that it got that bad, or partially my fault that it got that bad. But anyways, it got to the so bad to the point where her dad sat me down one day when I came over, sat me down in the living room couch and just hammered it into me. Just yelled at me, if you love her, you will make sure she goes to class and not tell her to skip class to hang out with you, and make sure she goes to all her doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm like, dude, I'm not her fucking parent. She could do whatever she likes. That's the kind of person I was. I was like, she could do whatever she wants. I'm not her father. I'm not her mother. She do whatever her want. I never said that to him, but that was me in my head, and I just felt like that was bullshit. Like, basically, what that told me was that she was blaming me for. Like, I'm assuming that he confronted her one day about skipping class, and she blamed it all on me. Ryan wants me to skip class with him. That's why I'm always skipping class, and stuff like that. That's my assumption. I don't know, but. And it kind of, again, I'm just assuming this, but it kind of kind of confirmed it when her gym teacher came up to me and hammered it into me as well. She, the gym teacher came up to me and gave me pretty much the same, speech. You gotta make sure she goes to class and blah blah blah. And again, same thing. I was like, it's not my responsibility. I have my own problems in life to worry about. I can't really worry about hers. But, anyways. To have two people come up to me and pretty much tell me that it was my fault for her not going to class kind of confirmed, at least to me, that she was blaming me for not going to class. I never once asked her to skip class to come hang out with me on lunch or anything like that. Not to mention, my lunch period, second period, wasn't the only time she would skip class. She would skip, not show up for first period, and then she would hang out with me on second, not go to third, not go to whatever her fifth grade. She would there are days where she would skip the entire day. She'll go to school, just not go to class, like that kind of thing. But anyways, there was one time. Okay, we'll get into the dickest thing I've ever done right now. I just want to give you guys a nice little background story behind her, so that the dick thing that I did wasn't really. I wasn't as dick as it sounds. But anyways, I have a good reason. Okay, but anyways, so this one time, second period, Dean was like. I forget what happened. He had a dentist appointment or something right in the morning, so he missed all of first and most of second. But he came out and hung out with me during second period, while he waited for third period to start to go to class. So, anyways, I was hanging out with him at the bleachers, which are just behind the school where the baseball fields and the track field are and all that stuff, and we were just kind of chatting about Jennifer, and I told him everything. I was really frustrated about this. Her parents yelled at me, her teachers yelled at me, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm getting the blame for everything, and blah blah blah. And I told him I was fed up about it, and I kind of took the advice of Mr. Harptoad Dean to break up with her, but. I told him, I didn't know how to do it, blah blah blah. I was too much of a nice guy, and I didn't know how to do it without, I guess, I didn't know how to say I don't want to date you anymore. So I don't see. He never. Okay, how do I explain this? I didn't know how to do it, so I did it the most cowardly way ever. So, anyways, during our talk, Jen comes up to us on the bleachers and. She's like, I want to talk to you, Ryan, because I haven't since her her father and teacher yelled at me. I hadn't really talked to her that much, and she wanted to talk to me. I'm like, I'm with Dean right now. You can talk to me later after school or something. And she wouldn't leave. She would not leave. She followed us around, and class is about to start, so we're heading inside, and she stopped. She stopped us by the railing that is outside one of the schools where the office is, and I kind of okay. So she wanted to talk to me. She had her hand up on the railing, and Dean and I tied her hand with these balloon things that they had up because they had some party barbecue thing at our school that day. And anyway, so using the string from the balloon, I tied her hand to the railing, and we tied it nice and tight. Like she could not get that out. If she wanted to, she had to get scissors. That's how bad it was. And we left her there. We literally left her there. And when she got home, I sent her a message on MSN saying, "I want to break up." Like that. That's my dickest thing I've ever done. I couldn't even face to face break up to her. I had to do it over. I had to be a dick and tie her hand to a railing, and then send her a message on MSN. Say I don't want to date her anymore. But anyways, guys, that's the dickest thing I've ever done. Let me know what the most dickest thing you ever done in your life down in the comment section below. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty.